Hello guys, Gaming Dad 56 here, bringing you the next episode of the $10 million challenge. So, last time, we plowed this field under, fertilized it, reseeded it with grass. So it is all ready to go, growing grass. If I turn grass on here, you guys can see it is growing. Perfect. What we want to do today is get this field 11. We want to continue working on it so that we can eventually buy this. So, last episode we also harvested it as part of a contracting job. And then we also spread slurry on it as part of a contracting job. I don't really want to just get back to contracting jobs. However, this is a contracting job with a purpose. We're trying to get our reputation up with Mr. Allen here so we can buy this field for less than this number. We've already gotten it down from 178,000 to this number, so we're going to continue working this field until we have our maximum reputation with him and try to get both our balance up and the field value down so that we can actually afford it. So today we're going to start off by doing this plowing job. And I will time lapse this so it doesn't take forever, because it would probably take over 20 minutes in real time. So, let's go get hooked up. There we go. Zoom out a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. This is a gigantic plow. Just trying to get over far enough that we're actually using the or hitting the edge of the field. Close, not quite. There we go. All right. Let's set the adjustments, turn GPS on, and we are off to the races here. So I'm going to go ahead and time lapse this, and I will see you guys when we are done. Alright, we are back. We are almost done with the plowing on this one. should be finishing it up hopefully in this pass. I don't want to have to turn around again. Boom. Nice. $16,000 for that. Awesome. Up to $145,000. I'm doing well. Again, I just want to keep doing this field. We got him down to 100, and so we've knocked $11,000 off the price of this field already. So I just want to keep going, keep knocking off the price, get this down to where we can buy it. I doubt we'll be able to buy it in this episode because, let's see, we're going to cultivate it right now. Then after that, it's going to want us to seed it probably. And then at that point, there's not going to be anything left to do until the crop actually grows. So here after cultivating and seeding, we'll probably be stuck. And that's not going to be enough jobs to get us up to the full reputation value with him. So we'll do this one on screen with no time lapse because I think it'll go pretty quick, especially if I get over to where I can take full advantage of the width of this cultivator. There we go, that's pretty good. Alright, follow that GPS and then we'll set the width. Perfect. This is a nice wide cultivator. This will make quick work of this field. This will be a really nice field to have. Just going to have to decide what exactly we want to do with it. We definitely could turn it into a grass field. That would allow us to get hay out of it for the sheep and any other animals maybe that we get. And when we're not making hay out of it, we could definitely cut it and bale it for silage. I'm not too crazy about that though, because the sheep, like, I don't really need to make hay bales for the sheep. I have that forage wagon where I can just directly pick up grass. So I don't really need hay. Now, silage bales is another story. That would be a pretty good use of this field because those are worth quite a bit. I don't know exactly how many we would be able to get off of a field like this, but I bet it would be quite a few. And you know, they're worth $2,500 or something like that, $2,500 a piece. So that could be a pretty good use of this field, especially since, you know, as long as we keep fertilizing it, we only have to plant it once and we keep getting more and more and more grass out of it. So this may end up being a grass field. I still have not fully decided. It would also be our biggest arable field. So we, you know, I kind of want to turn it into a crop field because it would be our biggest one, and it seems like kind of a waste to just turn it into grass when we could be using our equipment for it. So I'm torn. We'll have to make a decision as to what we want to do. But we don't need to decide that until we've actually bought it. And we are really not very close to being able to buy it yet, so we got time. Oh, that took forever to drop down. Oh well. Missed that little bit at the start, so I was too slow dropping it. Oh man. The farm's coming along nicely. I know we haven't done contracting for a while. It was nice to take a break from contracting. Definitely was. Do some other jobs. I really just want to add this field to our inventory. And I don't know how much contracting we're really going to do in the future. We'll end up doing some, for sure, because we'll need to make money and we'll want to reduce the price of fields and things like that. So it's not like we're not going to do contracting jobs anymore. But We did so many to start the series out. I'm really just not looking forward to doing contracting jobs very often, because they're so repetitive. At least we get to use some big equipment, though. Like, it's going to be a long time before we ever have a tractor like this and this 12-meter cultivator. What is this? Is this this is the Maxim 340? Magnum 340, sorry. Yeah. It's going to be a while before we have a tractor like this. $300,000 tractor. And we only have $150,000 right now anyway. So, let me know what you guys want to see done. You know, this series, the goal, obviously, to make $10 million is something that we're always going to work towards. But it's going to be a while before we get anywhere near $10 million. So what we do in the meantime, you know, I want to leave it up to you guys a little bit too. So post in the comments and let me know what kind of things would you like to see in this series. Hopefully over the course of the series I will be able to do pretty much all of the farming jobs. That's my hope. All of the different things that Farming Simulator has to offer. That's my goal. So we've already done a little bit of logging. Obviously we've done farming. We've gotten into animals with the sheep. What else have we done? We're working on haymaking and silage bales. We haven't done any silage yet, and that's kind of my next big thing, if I can get there, is to buy some silaging equipment, a big forage harvester, and the equipment to do some silage. But, you know, again, I want this to be an enjoyable series for you guys. So any feedback you have on what kind of jobs you would like to see us do, please post in the comments and let me know. And I will incorporate them as we go. I know we did a little bit of forestry work, but I really want to get eventually up to where we're using the scorpion and the buffalo to really do logging on a large scale. And eventually I want to get our haymaking up there as well, where we're using like the big square balers and everything like that. At which point I may have to purchase the Coon DLC to get the square bale wrapper, because there is no way in the world that I am ever going to sell hay bales when silage bales are worth like I don't know how much exactly it is. I think they're worth about 4 times more than hay bales. So I need a wrapper that can handle large square bales, which there isn't in the base game. So you have to buy the Coon DLC for that, or find a mod. I'm trying to keep mod usage to a minimum. And you know, I like to support Giants. They've done a nice job with this game, so I like to support them when I can by buying the DLCs. Up to this point, I haven't purchased the Coon DLC because I looked through it and most of the stuff in there, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to use that. So why spend $15 to buy the DLC for equipment you're not going to use? But if I think I'm going to use the bale wrapper, then I'll buy it. All right, nice, basically $7,000 there for that. Sweet. Reputation, yeah, we're about halfway, so we're doing pretty good. Oh man, we're getting used up. Yes, we're doing this. Yep, we'll do this. And this will finish out the episode doing this job here. This is some big equipment. I like it. And I believe, I could be wrong, but I do believe this is from the Big Bud DLC. It's going to take me half the time that I have to do the job just to get this thing hooked up. I got the case quad track plus the little gray or the seed cart plus the drawbar. Getting us all hooked up is not exactly the easiest task. Alright, it's unfolding. Let's turn this on. We don't need to turn that on. Okay. Zoom out so I can see what's... Holy cow, this thing is massive. Set the GPS up while we're waiting for this. Alright, turn it on and go. Why is that not working? Because I didn't lower it. Silly, silly, silly. 18.3 meters. This is not going to take any time at all. Got the big old quad track. Oh yeah. This might be a screenshot here. We might have to screenshot this real quick. Beautiful. That is one thing I really do like about the contracting jobs. It allows you to use equipment that you may never actually get in the course of a game. I mean, this whole setup, if we actually got to this on our own without using contracting, you know, this is, I don't know off the top of my head, but probably $600,000 or $700,000 here. You know, just a hugely expensive setup. It would take you forever playing the game to get that kind of money to be able to afford this. So contracting allows you to use some bigger equipment that you normally, it would either take you a long time to get to, or you may never get to, realistically. I mean, can't tell you how many hours I've played of Farming Simulator in its various versions, and you know, in all of my save games, I might have gotten up to equipment like this once or twice. I mean, normally you get, I don't say bored, but you get tired of a map and a setup long before you get to this level of equipment, you know, and then you're adding in mods and playing different maps and all that kind of stuff well before you ever get to this stuff. So now I have played plenty of save games where I gave myself enough money to buy setups like this, but actually getting it legitimately, probably only a couple times, because it just takes so long to get this kind of stuff. This is a really expensive setup that we're running here right now. This case quad track, though, is handling it like a champ. One time around the field, and we're already over halfway done. That is awesome. Finish up this little bit that I missed here at the beginning. Turn, turn, turn. Don't hit the trees. You can turn really sharp with this setup. It's probably not good on it. We're probably putting a lot of stress on the joints of the equipment and whatnot, but I'll take it. Perfect. We are almost 2/3 of the way done already. I think, what did we have, 11 minutes to do this job, and we are still got 7 minutes left. 2/3 of the way done. Nice. So, one other thing you guys could post down in the comments if you want. It would be kind of fun to see if anybody can get close. How many episodes do you think it's going to take to get to $10 million? Right now, we have like $150,000 with all of the fields and equipment that we have. And it's this will be episode 15. So how many episodes do you think it's going to take to get to that $10 million goal? It would be nice to kind of see the overall value of our farm. With all of the value of land that we own and equipment that we own, to see how much we're really worth at this point. Maybe sometime I can calculate that up. I would like to get to $10 million without having to sell all of the land and the equipment, but depending on how long it takes, I'm thinking that we may just have to get up to the point where if we sell all of our equipment and all of our land, we'll hit 10 million. So basically, we have to be worth $10 million. And then we'll sell everything. We'll see that 10 million number up in the upper right hand corner, and we will have accomplished our goal. I'm thinking that's probably how we're going to do it. So when you guess at the number of episodes, keep that in mind. Otherwise, if we try to get to 10 million without doing that, it could take forever. Nice. Good. Another $7,000 there. We're up to $160,000. Well, alright, we might as well do one more fertilization, because it's not going to take us very long. And we get the quad track again. It's like this guy owns a quad track. I know that that's not how this works, but we've used the quad track for 2 missions in a row now, so it feels like he owns a quad track and we're driving it for him. Alright, let's get the GPS set up while we're waiting. Should be 30 meters. Good. 0 the offset and shift the course. Shift faster. There we go. Unfolded. Go. Alright. Off we go. This will not take much time at all, so I'm going to go ahead and do it, and then we'll call it into the episode, because I think this should be the last job. After this, we should have to wait for the crop to grow to have any more jobs. Can you imagine this thing? 30,000 liters of slurry. That's got to be one heavy trailer. Probably why we have a quad track pulling it. You would need a quad track to pull this thing, I would think. It's got to be just insanely heavy. How did I do? That's pretty good coverage there. That was a nice job of turning, if I do say so myself. Try not to dislocate my shoulder, patting myself on the back there. Alright, we'll finish out this little narrower section here on this pass, and then like one time back up, and this field's done. Easy. That was an easy job. These are the kind of jobs in the game, if you don't have any mods that affect the missions or anything. These are the kind of missions you want to do to make a lot of money, because they don't take long. You get them done super quick, and you can make some good money on it. Like, we're gonna make probably $3,000 to $4,000 on this job. And it's going to take us 3 minutes to do it. That's good money. Which I could make that kind of money. $1,000 a minute. That'd be sweet. Maybe one day I can make $1,000 a minute off of YouTube, but I highly doubt it. I don't know if anybody can make $1,000 a minute off of YouTube. Maybe the CEO of YouTube makes that much, but none of the YouTubers do. I can pretty much guarantee you that. There we go. Oh yeah, $3,600. Nicely done. All the way up to 162,000. There are no more missions available, which is what I expected. We have gotten well over halfway to a full reputation with Mr. Joshua Allen here. And we've gotten the field value down to 156,000. That's $20,000 less than it was. And best of all, the field value is now less than the amount of money that we have. So if we wanted to, right now, we could buy this field. However, I'm not going to do it because I want to keep getting the reputation up and see if we can take another $10,000 or $15,000 off of that price. Save ourselves some money. So that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Gaming Dad 56. If you liked what you saw today, please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until next time, have a good day.